Alright, I gotta plug this bad boys in. Bear with me. Let's go. Let's go. Eagles are about to pick, guys. Let's get it. Let's get it. Oh, the Eagles already picked. Oh my God, another Georgia Bulldog for the Eagles. That was the fastest pick ever. Mondon Jr. All right, NFL fans, what is going on? Welcome to the live chat. We're going to talk some NFL draft here. Shamel Mondon, linebacker from Georgia, goes to the Philadelphia Eagles. A guy I didn't scout at all this offseason, right? So, you know, pretty good value. PFF ranked him 155 overall. Yeah, right where he needs to go. All right, guys. Pretty good value there for the Eagles at 161 overall. Eagles are picking again in a couple picks. Jets are on the board now. Appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out. We're going to chop it up, talk some NFL draft, go over all these teams, who they've been drafting, and where we go from here, NFL fans. And then the schedule is released on May 15th. So that'll be here before you know it. And then it's going to be prediction season, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Cleveland Browns take Shedeur Sanders. Finally comes off the board at 144 overall. 144 overall. Appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out. What are some of your favorite teams' draft picks this year? I would love to know. Eagles got some good picks coming up. What's up, Jacob? How's it going, bud? You been following the draft? All right, who is on the clock now? Jets are on the clock here in the 5th round. Pick 26 in the 5th round. Nice, man. All right, guys, make sure you hit that like button. It does help us get out into that YouTube universe. All right, they took Francisco Malago from, what, Miami. Solid pick there. Linebacker from Miami. All right, Eagles are up in a few picks, everybody. We're going to be live streaming the rest of the draft. We're in the 5th round. What do I think the Philadelphia Eagles record will be this year? I'm going to go 12-5. 12-5. 12-5 for the Bird Gang this year. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We're up to 15,061 subscribers. Let's go. Let's go. I know. The Eagles are just crazy, man. They're just like trades and trades and trades and just going to acquire. These picks are flying in right now, man. All right, the Panthers are on the board here at 163. Then we got Pittsburgh. Then we got the Philadelphia Eagles, guys. Eagles pick is coming up. You guys are the best. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this live stream. I'm going to go through all the teams and give you guys some of my insights to this draft. I'm going to go over some of my favorite players, some of my favorite drafts so far. Little G, what's going on? Yeah, Eagles are drafting Georgia all over the place, guys. All over the place. If you're new to the channel, my name's Jay, host of the Jay All Day NFL Show. I'm a former Bleacher Report featured columnist over there. I wrote for them for a few years. Now we're on YouTube, chopping it up. Chopping it up. with all you guys. So do me a solid, hit that like button. And if you want some more killer NFL content, oh, they got Mitchell Evans. No. No. Man, I want the Eagles to get Mitchell Evans. No, Panthers, what are you doing? You just drafted a tight end in round 1 last year. Mitchell Evans from Notre Dame goes to the Panthers. Excellent pick there. Excellent pick. Wow. What a great pick that was. All right, some of the best players available for the Eagles. Miles Frazier from LSU. He's a really good player. I think the Eagles could definitely go there at this spot. You know, Torrey Horton, the wide receiver from Colorado State, big guy. I like him as well. Definitely like him as well. Zach Frazier I like. Chris Paul Jr. is on the board. Jalen Reed. Cameron Williams from Texas is on the board. Logan Brown, a guy I like. Yeah, I think that's the guys I like in this draft right now. Pittsburgh Steelers. Did the Eagles trade again? Oh my gosh. The Eagles just keep trading. All right, let's check out some wide receivers, guys. Give you some guys that I like. I do like Torrey Horton from Colorado State. Isaiah Bond, the speedster, he's still available, guys. Tez Johnson's a little more. Xavier Restrepo is still on the board. Whoa, he's fallen. And Nick Nash. I love Nick Nash. I like Ricky White, too. They're the receivers that I like so far in the draft. Eagles just keep trading back. The Eagles go Jahad Gamble, Makuba, Ty Robinson, D-tackle from Nebraska, Mac Williams from UCF. I don't really like that pick. I thought there were better corners on the board. So Eagles are picking up a slew of 6th-round picks, guys. Now they're picking again at 32 in the 5th round, and then in the 6th we got 4 picks. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a lot of value in the 6th round this year, though, man. A lot of value. There's some really good players on the board, everyone. So, once again, guys, my name's Jay, host of the Jay All Day NFL Show. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button. We're at 15,062 subscribers. We just added another one. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, they're just like trading. They're wheeling and dealing. Never ever. Thanks so much, buddy. Appreciate you tuning in and subscribing. Man, I think the Eagles traded back because they wanted Mitchell Evans, the tight end from Notre Dame. And they were like, shit. So they traded back. All right. Pittsburgh Steelers on the board here, guys. Pretty good draft so far for Pittsburgh, you know. Derek Harmon. And Caleb Johnson, Jack Sawyer, very good pick so far. I can't believe they haven't picked a quarterback yet. Not a lot of good ones, never ever. Not a lot of good ones. Let me go over some of these tight ends available. If you guys have any questions about the draft, let me know. Jackson Halls, I do like him from Georgia Tech. I like Oronde Gadsden, too. He's an interesting guy. Very, very skillful player. Yeah, Jackson Hall is probably the best guy left on the board. Oronde Gadsden, very productive in college at Syracuse. Yeah, I think Dallas will finish in front of the Giants, but we'll see. That defense is looking pretty good for the Giants, man. Woo, baby. Giants did good in the draft, guys. Picks in for Pittsburgh. We're waiting to hear from it. We got Pittsburgh, the Chargers, and the Seahawks. Next 3 picks, guys. Yeah, never ever. 100%. They definitely have to grab one of these tight ends. Yeah, I like Gadsden, man. Redneck Ghost. I think he could be a good pick. He's got really good hands, man. Very productive at Syracuse in his time there. I like him. One of my favorite players. Guys, we just added another subscriber. Thank you so much. Up to 15,063. All right, guys. We're going to go through all these draft picks as they come in. They've been coming in pretty fast here, guys. Yaya Black, D tackle. And the Steelers have still not taken a quarterback. What's going on in Pittsburgh? I know, Redneck Ghost. Did you see that, bro? Oh my gosh. Yo, the Texans are exciting, man. The Texans, with Nico Collins, Jaden Higgins, and Jalen Noel. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yo, the Texans are about to be cooking next year, guys. I love that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the live chat. We just added another subscriber. You guys are the freaking best. Appreciate you guys. But let me know, who has your favorite draft so far? What team do you like the most in this draft so far? I would love to know in the comments. Yeah, the Texans are having a great draft. I think they need to get some more offensive linemen, Redneck Ghost. Faux show. I want to see them add Logan Brown, a guy I really like if he's still on the board when they pick. So look for that pick, man. Logan Brown's got a lot of talent. Bears had a really good draft so far, Daniel. Really good draft. Selection is made. Oronde Gadsden. Chargers get a tight end. Good pick, man. Yeah, I like Danny Stutzman in the draft process. I liked him. All right. Seattle's on the board now. Yo, Arizona Cardinals, sneaky good draft, guys. Arizona Cardinals, really good draft. Walter Nolan, Will Johnson, Cody Simon, and Jordan Birch. Yo, Cardinals, clap it up, Cardinals fans. You got a great draft. Atlanta, a little weird. They went Jalen Walker and James Pierce. So they drafted 2 outside linebackers and then 2 safeties. So I'm confused by that. But really good safeties. Xavier Watts and Billy Bowman. Atlanta, a little weird, but okay draft. Baltimore. How does Baltimore keep getting so many good players, guys? Baltimore is crazy. Malachi Starks, freaking Mike Green, Emory Jones, Teddy Buchanan. Wow. Baltimore, what a good draft. Holy crap. Bills, okay draft. I do like the Landon Jackson pick in the 3rd round. Deion Walker, I do like the D-tackle play there. Yeah, TJ Sanders, pretty good draft. I don't know if I love the Harrison pick, right? We'll see, Daniel. A lot of teams soured on him, so that's a lot of motivation to go ball out. Thank you, guys. We just added 2 more subscribers. You are the best. Yeah, I'm hoping they can change that, Jacob. Eagles are on deck. Titans are on the board now. Titans are on the clock here. They could definitely go offensive line. A guy like Miles Frazier's is on the board. Really interesting. Eagles could go that route too. Miles Frazier being on the board next. Tight end. They took Oronde Gadsden. That sucks. All right, Titans fans, you're on the board here. The pick is in the 5th round, 31st overall. Yeah, Jacob's a little fact factory. He's always got some good facts and dropping some fact knowledge. Jackson Slater, Offensive guard from Sacramento State. Yeah, we'll see. His tape was okay, but I think his attitude during some of these interviews really turned some people off. Yeah, Jacobs, you're like a sports almanac, bro. The walking sports almanac. But appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me know, what is your favorite draft so far this year? Who's had the best draft? Arizona, Baltimore's had a really good draft. Carolina, interesting draft too. Cam Jackson, I like. Lathan Ransom, I did like Ransom. Trevor Etienne, Princely Umanmielen, Nick Scorton. Not a bad haul. The Bears draft is just ridiculous, man. The Bears is one of my favorite drafts this year. What's up, Jose? Welcome to the chat. The Bears, Colston Loveland, Luther Burden, Ozzie Trapillo, and Shamar Turner. Woo! Eagles take center, Drew Kendall. Another weird pick by the Eagles. I don't love that pick. Don't love that pick. Bengals got Shamar Stewart, Demetrius Knight, Dylan Fairchild, Barrett Carter. Went offensive guard heavy. Jalen Rivers from Miami. I like that pick too. Bears are on the clock here, guys. Eagles go Drew Kendall from Boston College, 6'4", 308. Yeah, Bears look like they had a pretty healthy draft, guys. Guys, welcome to the chat. My name's Jay, host of the Jay All Day NFL show, all NFL, all day long. We're talking the NFL draft here, guys. If you have any questions about your favorite team, let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, I don't like the Saints draft. The Saints definitely disappointed me when you look at the overall draft. Kelvin Banks, Tyler Shook in round 2. That was a serious reach. I do like Broughton. Sanker was okay. Yeah, I don't know. That Tyler Shook pick, they could have got him in with one of those third-round picks, man. So Slime, they already have like Trevor Keegan on the roster, bro. Trevor Keegan went to Michigan 2 years ago. Really good player, can play center. I like the depth ad, but I just thought there were better players on the board. Where did Arroyo go? All right, guys, we're up to 15,066 subscribers. Thank you so much. Za Frazier from UTSA, a guy I really liked. Bears with another really good pick, man. Bears draft looking great. Really, really impressive. All right, Bills are on the board next, guys. What do I think about Michael Vick? I think he had a couple good years with the Eagles. Exceptional talent, man. Browns have a killer draft, too. Graham, Schwarzenegger, Judkins, Harold Fannin Jr., Dylan Gabriel. So they took 2 quarterbacks, Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. What are the Browns doing? That's a really, really weird situation there. Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. They draft 2 young quarterbacks. Very, very weird. And they brought in Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco. Like, the Browns are so weird. All right, guys, we're talking NFL draft here. Buffalo Bills are on the board right now. They went Maxwell Harrison in round 1. Fastest guy at the combine this year. Could be great for them at the outside corner spot or nickel. TJ Sanders, D tackle from South Carolina. He goes next. One of my favorite D linemen in this draft. I was hoping he would fall to the Eagles in the second round. Then on the edge, they got Landon Jackson, a really good player. Crushed the combine, athletic freak, 6'6", 264. Dude's got a lot of juice, man, a lot of juice. And then they go Deion Walker, another D tackle, right? Really going heavy on the front 7. Maybe they go offensive line here. A guy like Miles Frazier's on the board, you know. Or maybe they go R.J. Mickens. That could be an interesting spot for them, you know. The safety. Definitely a spot they could go. We're just going to go team by team, break down all these drafts, guys. If you have any questions about your team, let me know in the comments below. I'm going to give you guys the rundown on all my favorite players in this draft. Some of my favorite picks, what the teams are doing, and who did the best out of all these teams. Definitely let me know in the comments if you got any questions, guys. I'm happy to answer any and all of your questions. I have no idea, Redneck Ghost, why they drafted 2 quarterbacks. Yeah, sorry, guys. I'm going through this. Redneck, huge. I saw Scatterby go to the Giants, and I wanted to cry. Seattle, you think Seattle's got the best? I don't know. Shiloh could go in the 7th round, maybe. Jordan Hancock, cornerback, Ohio State, goes to the Buffalo Bills at round 5, pick 34. Cowboys had a weird draft. Tyler Booker, Donovan Ezeraku. Sevon Revel, that's a really good pick. Really good value pick there. Jaden Blue in the 5th round. Shamar James, the linebacker in round 5. Not bad for the Cowboys. Not bad. Yeah, I saw the trade, Jacob. Yep. Seattle got the best draft. Let's take a look right now. Gray Zabel, great pick. Nick Emanwari, an excellent pick. Elijah Arroyo, another really good pick. Jalen Milroe. Yeah, Seattle looking really, really good. They just got Torrey Horton. I love him. That's a steal late in the draft. Riley Mills, the D tackle from Notre Dame, another pretty good player, you know. Yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, I think Jackson Dart kind of sucks. Like, watching him throw out the combine, I was not impressed. Yeah, Gino, that's a great pick for the Giants, man. I love Cam Skattebo. Probably the best route runner from a running back in this draft class. Excellent hands. Strong runner, man. I'm not happy about having to see him twice a year for the Philadelphia Eagles. That sucks. All right. Lions are on the board here. I love Cam Skattebo, man. I think he's a monster. The Tyleik Williams pick was really weird earlier by the Lions. I didn't get that at all. There was a lot better players on the board, in my opinion. I like the Tate Ratledge pick in round 2. And then Isaac Tesla, I think that was a reach too. Not a great draft so far. Yeah, LSU is always putting out good players, man. I love it. The Chiefs got the best tackle in the draft, man. Josh Simmons he's the best tackle in this draft. It's not even close. I love Norman Lott, Angelot, Noah Williams, Jalen Royals, Jeffrey Bassa. Yo, the Chiefs are crushing the draft right now, man. Not what the AFC wanted to see, man. Josh Simmons, best tackle. Omar Norman Lott, very underrated guy. Pretty physical, good hand usage, explosive off the ball. Him and Chris Jones, going to be a lot to deal with. Anthony Gillott, really good player. 6'3", 264, 3-year starter. 40 tackles for a loss and 26.5 sacks over his career. Gillott's a really, really good player, man. And then they went Noah Williams, big, tall, physical outside corner from Cal. I love that pick. Jalen Royals in the 4th round. That's a freaking steal, man. 6', 205, good hands, explosive guy. Quickest 10-yard split, 1.49. He's quick. First step off the line of scrimmage. Very, very impressive, man. All right, Lions are on the board, guys. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Why did the Eagles take 2 linebackers? All right, I'm trying to get to all your questions, guys. Catch Production 6, what's going on? Thank you, guys. We just added 3 more subscribers. Can you help me get to 5,100? I need 31 more. Let's go. Let's go. All right, I'm going to take a look at these Eagles picks. So Jihad Campbell is like more of a hybrid. Jihad Campbell can play off-ball linebacker. Jihad Campbell can also play outside linebacker. My guess is he's going to play off-ball linebacker next to, not Nakobe Dean because he's hurt, next to Zach Bond. And then they're going to put this kid, Shamel Mondon from Georgia, in the rotation with Jalix Hunt and Nolan Smith, right? That's the way it goes. And they took a center, Drew Kendall, and now the Eagles have 4 6th-round picks. A lot of places to go for the Birds, man. And I'm looking at best available. Miles Frazier, he could fit with the Eagles. Devin Neal. Will Howard's still on the board. I'm expecting him to get picked up soon. Chris Paul Jr., the linebacker, I like. Cam Williams, I like. Damian Martinez is a beast too, guys, from Miami. If your team needs a running back, he's a really good player. Logan Brown, the offensive tackle from Kansas, doesn't have a lot of experience, but he's got really good measurables, long arms, good toughness. I like him. And Peebles from Virginia Tech, I like him. Chase Lunt from UConn, another big tackle type that I like as well. A lot of good players late in this draft, you know. All right, guys. Let me get to some of these comments. Yeah, Chris, I'm very impressed. Very impressed with what the Chiefs did. Oh, thanks, Elvis. I appreciate you, man. I got the little crazy Eagles hat. Yeah, I thought Will would be gone too. Nancy, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, Miles Frazier, I thought that's a great pick for the Lions. Yeah, Miles Frazier is a really good player. 73 grade, 90th overall prospect, going almost at 200. Great value there by the Lions. I love Miles Frazier. Good body type too, 6'6", 317. Really good player. Catch production. That's a great pick. Now, the Rams are on the board. Yeah, Will Howard could be in play here for the Rams. The Rams could definitely go quarterback here. Just give them a little depth at the quarterback spot. Will Howard, Quinn Ewers on the board too. Kyle McCord, Riley Leonard. Any of these guys are in play right now. Rams are on the board. Pick is in, guys. Yeah, I don't know, man. I was never a big Kellen Moore guy. And you got to remember, so in the beginning of the year, the offense was way different with Kellen Moore trying to pass the ball so freaking much. And Lane Johnson and all the team was like, dude, we got to run they had a team meeting, and Lane was like, yo, we got to run the ball more. And then actually Kellen Moore had to shift his style a lot. And good on him. But initially that offense really struggled the first, 4 or 5 weeks of the season, if you remember. So all right, I'm taking a look at all these drafts, guys, going through all these teams. Denver, another team that really disappointed me. Johnny Barron at 20 with Omarion Hampton on the board was a really bad pick. Then they went R.J. Harvey with another bunch of really good players on the board. I didn't like that. I like the Pat Bryant pick, big, tall wide receiver from Illinois, 6'2", 204. I think third round might be a stretch. Savion Jones, the edge, and Quay Robinson. I do like Quay Robinson. But honestly, guys, Broncos draft. Rams take Chris Paul Jr. from Ole Miss. Really good linebacker, off-ball linebacker type. Really good player. Solid pick for the Rams there. All right, now the Bills are on the board again. I feel like they're just picking all the time. We're still technically in the 5th round of these compensatory picks. We got Bills, Cardinals, Seahawks, guys. Yeah, Chris. I'm surprised they didn't go earlier for running back, man. So-so on the draft. Elvis, I don't love it. You know what I mean, to be honest. Yeah, Sean Payton, that draft was pretty shitty in my opinion. Eagles draft is, I don't know. I don't love it. I don't love it. I don't love the draft at all, to be honest. I like the top 2 picks. A lot of trading back. I don't know. I don't love it so far. If I'm being completely honest, Eagles fans. I don't love it. K2, I definitely think the Shador to Cleveland was a little weird, right? Considering they drafted Dylan Gabriel earlier. So it's like, so they're in a good spot though. So if they both look good, you could trade one of them and get a lot of value. So maybe that's their thought process, maybe. You know, we'll see. But they're going to be having a little quarterback battle. Joe Flacco's there, right? Kenny Pickett's there. You know, then you got Dylan Gabriel and Shador Sanders. Jackson Hall is the tight end. Goes to the Bills, another weird pick. They already have a bunch of tight ends on that roster. Weird pick there. I think Arizona's having a really good draft. Probably maybe in like the 7th round. Yeah, Jacob, I don't understand. Sanders went to the Browns. Birds out. He went to the Browns in the 5th round. The Browns had a really weird draft so far. I can't believe they haven't drafted any offensive linemen. That's crazy to me. A 3-14 team with a young quarterback and they draft no offensive linemen. What the hell is going on in Cleveland? And they have no more picks. So weird. I don't love it, to be honest, Birds out. You know, from all the scouting I did and the players that I liked, I don't love the draft. I don't love the draft. I'm just being honest. My initial reaction is it's pretty mediocre. They kept trading back, and the players they grabbed are not guys that I like, if I'm being honest. I like Makuba, big, tough, physical guy, and I like the Jahad Campbell pick. Ty Robinson's okay, but Mac McWilliams, I don't even know if he makes the roster. That was a really bad pick. Shamel Mondon from Georgia, that's okay pick. He's kind of small, 6'2", 224. I don't love that pick. And then they took a center. I don't know. I don't love it. Yeah, Deshaun Watson's had a tough couple of years. Yeah, I'm just like, you know, I love my Eagles, but I just don't love the draft so far. You know, it's not my favorite draft in the world. Arizona's on the clock now, guys. Couple more compensatory picks, and then we're going to kick off the 6th round. Cardinals fans, cornerback Denzel Burke, 5'11", 186. 156th overall prospect, 59 grade. All right. Seattle's on the board. Yeah, I mean, I think it was a little weird, especially because Dylan Gabriel's so small. He's like barely 6 foot tall. Very accurate quarterback. I actually think him and Shador Sanders are very similar quarterbacks. Yeah, that's kind of debatable, Jacob. Little debatable there. Yeah, I'm like looking at who's still available. Best player still available. Cam Williams, tackle from Texas. He's on the board. Jalen Reed from Penn State. Pigs. Dorian Strong. I do like Logan Brown from Kansas as well. Yeah, I mean, not a lot of. I mean, the Eagles kept trading back. I don't really get it. No, they're not going to go to the playoffs, but not next year. Maybe eventually K2, but not next year. And there's no chance next year. That offensive line is still pretty mediocre. They don't, they're an okay. Their defense is okay, but that offense is going to struggle, I think, to score points. Especially because they didn't really do much to help him out. Like, offensive weapons-wise. You draft the quarterback number 1, and then the next 2 picks are defense. Like, I don't get it. Then they went Dyke from Florida, Gunnar Helm from Texas, and Alec Iomanor from Stanford. Pretty mid-draft, in my opinion. Yeah, Chargers fan. Chargers having a great draft, man. I was looking at their picks earlier. Amarion Hampton, Trey Harris, Jamari Caldwell, Kyle Kennard, Aronde Gatson. Excellent draft. I love the Chargers draft, guys. Absolutely. But if you're new to the channel, guys, my name's Jay, host of the Jay All Day NFL Show. I'm here all week long, each and every week, talking about the NFL. Inside takes, hot takes, bets, picks, everything you need right here. Oh, thanks, Elvis. Appreciate you, buddy. We're up to 15,071 subscribers, guys. We just added 2 more. Thank you so much for stopping by and saying what's up. All right, guys. We're here watching the 5th round of the NFL Draft. Denzel Burke, the corner from OSU, goes to Arizona with the last pick. Seahawks on the board. They are ready to pick. They could go center, offensive tackle, edge. I actually like the trade back, Fidel. They got so many picks to move back 3 spots and get Mason Graham, who's an excellent player. I like the move. I would have did the same thing. I think the Jaguars are idiots for doing that. Yeah, we'll see, K2. It all depends who it is. You never know. You never know. That's the coolest part about the draft. You never know, guys. Houston gets Jaden Higgins, Arante Ursary, Jalen Knoll, Jalen Smith, and Woody Marks. Pretty solid draft so far for Houston. Yeah, they're really bad. You know, all those bad teams win Super Bowls. Super Bowl! Go Birds! Go Birds! Go Birds! You know it. All right, tight end Robbie Oots from Alabama. 305th ranked prospect. Serious reach by the Seattle Seahawks in round 5. I mean, dude, he's a monster, dude. His size is fine. Look at Barry Sanders' size. They're not much different. You know? And Genthy's got the best contact balance I've ever seen. Are you mentally challenged for real? Barry Sanders was 5'8", 200 pounds. Ashton Genthy is 5'9", 210 pounds. So Genthy and him are about the same size. What are you talking about? All right, let's take a look at this 49ers draft so far, guys. I will break it down. Thank you, guys. We just added another subscriber. I don't know, maybe in the 7th round. I'm going to go over the 49ers draft right now, guys. Break down each and every one of these picks. Mykel Williams, I like that pick. Probably a little bit of a reach at 11, to be honest. If I was there, I probably would have traded it back and got a similar player. So I don't love the Mykel Williams pick. It's just about value in the draft. And I think you could have added value. Edward, what are you even talking about? Alfred Collins, I do like that. I do like the picks on the D-line early because they need help there. You know, Nick Bosa can't do it all. And then they go linebacker and then corner Upton Stout. I do like Upton Stout. Smaller school guy, but I liked him. I love Jordan James in round 5. I think that's excellent value. I think Makuba, I just watched his highlight tape. The dude lays the wood, man. The dude freaking lays the wood. He's a bigger guy, physical guy. Really physical. I mean, for a safety, he puts a licking on people, man. It's really impressive. Yeah, I'm looking at the 49ers draft right now. I do like CJ West from Indiana. That's a good pick. Probably a little too heavy on the front 7, right? I can't believe they haven't drafted one offensive lineman. That's a pretty big disappointment for them, to be honest. So, that's my take on the 49ers. I love the Jihad Campbell pick, man. Jihad Campbell is a top 15 player in this draft, falling to 32 or 31 or whatever the hell it was because they moved up one pick. I love the Jihad Campbell pick. All right, guys. Tyler Barron just went the edge defender to the Jets. Pretty good pick there. Good value. Bills are on the board here. Bills have like a million freaking picks. The Bills are just throwing shit on the wall and seeing what sticks. This is their 7th pick in the draft so far. Coming up. So why wouldn't the Jaguars bring in Sanders? Like Shador Sanders? They have Trevor Lawrence, dude. They're paying him a shitload of money. Bringing in Shador Sanders doesn't make sense for the Jaguars. Yaya Black, D tackle from Iowa. 5th round, 28th pick in the 5th round. 6'6", 336, nose tackle, Yaya Black. Goes to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, that stinks. I think Kyron Lacy probably would be in this area, 4th or 5th rounder. He was a pretty good player. Yeah, I don't understand that, Dylan. I don't understand that. Hell yeah, I do. Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter. But it's a really hard to match up. He's got to beat out Dylan Gabriel and Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco, Arnell. Crowded room. I don't really think they have a lot of weapons, man. You know what I mean? That offense is still pretty mediocre. They added Judkins, a really good running back, and Harold Fannin Jr., but they need help at the wide receiver room. I mean, I love Abdul Carter. How can you not? I like the pick, Ben. Jihad Campbell is a beast. And he can play off-ball linebacker and outside linebacker, so you're kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And you could line them up all over the formation. That versatility is extremely valuable in Fangio's defense. So I like that pick. All right, Buffalo Bills are on the clock here, guys. Guys, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, guys. Appreciate you guys all tuning in and hanging out. Can you guys still see me? Am I frozen? Or can you still see me? Let me know in the comments. I think you got to let him play both ways for a little bit until his body can't hold up anymore. Or he can't do it. All right, thanks, Jacob. I have my other laptop up watching the stream that I answer comments on, you know? I read the comments on. So, I mean, they picked two corners last year. I mean, nickel corner, Cooper DeJean, Will Johnson. You know, to use another first-round pick on a corner when you have a lot of other holes on your team, I don't think it makes a lot of sense. So, Jahad Campbell being on the board, he's a top 15 guy on most people's boards, right? So, the value is just too good to pass up. Thank you, guys. We just added 3 more subscribers. You are the best. 15,075. I need 25 more to get to 15,100. Let's go. Yeah. I don't know why the league soured on him so much. Very confusing. Very, very, very confusing. Definitely a little confusing. And Jameis Winston, right? So, I mean, the Steelers don't have a quarterback, Dylan. Like, what the hell are they doing? Man, I like the moves the Giants have made, though. Abdul Carter. I don't know if I like the Jackson Dart pick. I think that was a reach. But Cam Scatterbo, Darius Alexander, Marcus M'Bow, I really like the picks. Steal of the draft. Let me take a look at the draft selections. Steal of the draft. Honestly, all right, thanks, Ronald. So for me, in round 1, the biggest steals that I see, Malachi Starks at 27 to the Ravens. Wait, am I in the first round? Yeah, I'm in the first round. And Jahad Campbell for the Eagles. And then Josh Simmons at 32 by the Chiefs. Unbelievable pick. In my opinion, Josh Simmons is the best left tackle in this draft class. And honestly, guys, it's really not even close. He was so good before he got hurt. That's the steals I like on day 1. Now, second round. I'm going to just scan the second round. I think Ben Morrison, 53 overall to Tampa Bay. That's a freaking steal. Yeah, Josh Simmons, the left tackle from Ohio State. I thought he was the best offensive lineman in the draft. Yeah, Eman Worry, at 35. I think he could have fell. Nobody else picked a safety until Makuba at 32 with the Eagles. So I think Seattle kind of got fleeced on that deal moving up. That's just my opinion, though. Bills getting TJ Sanders at 41 overall. That's a steal. I do like the Trey Harris pick by the Chargers at 55 overall. Big physical guy on the outside. He's a really interesting player. Really, really interesting player. Buffalo Bills select Dorian Strong, cornerback from Virginia Tech. Really good player. Now the Ravens already picked Bahal Cone, cornerback, Western Michigan, 6'1", 190. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the live stream. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. It really helps get this stream out into the YouTube universe. So if you could do that for me, I'd really appreciate it. I love the NFL, man. I love it. I mean, it's not the game from 20 years ago, but I still love myself some football. I mean, Trevor Lawrence has had a ton of weapons over the years, man, so I don't know. The Jaguars gave up way too much to get Travis Hunter, in my opinion. Way too much. Dolphins are on the clock now, guys. Eagles are on double deck. Thank you, guys. We just added 4 new subscribers. You guys are the best. 15,079. What team? I think the Bears might have had the best draft, man. The Bears are really, really, really good. The Bears draft. I like the Chargers draft. Arizona had a really good draft, too. The Ravens had a really good draft. Houston had a sneaky draft, too, man. Getting Jaden Higgins, Arante Ursary, Jalen Noel, and Jalen Smith. Pretty good picks there, man. Raiders, mid-draft. Vikings only had a couple picks. But did pretty good with the picks they had. Traded back, added some picks. I like the Patriots draft so far too, man. Will Campbell, Trevion Henderson, Kyle Williams, Josh Farmer, Braden Swinson. Yo, a lot of really good players, man. Yeah, Dylan, I agree. I'm not a huge fan of the draft. Yeah, Reese, I don't understand that either. Like, they didn't draft one offensive lineman, right, yet. Like, how the hell do you draft 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys? No offensive linemen. How? How? I don't know what the hell the 49ers are doing, guys. Ollie Gordon, running back, Oklahoma State, goes to the Miami Dolphins. No, I'm talking about the 49ers, Dylan. I'm not talking about the Eagles. And the Eagles did draft some offensive linemen. Yeah, the Eagles drafted a center, Drew Kendall from Boston College. All defense except one pick. Raiders are up. Eagles are on deck. We're here in the 6th round, NFL draft fans. Hopefully these picks start flying in a little bit quicker. Nope. Never ever. Nothing interesting yet. K2, you're playing football at Wake Forest? Congratulations, man. What position do you play, bud? You got it, Never Ever. You got it, bro. Guys, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to, let's get to 5,100 during this live stream. We're up to 15,080. 20 more to go. Nice, man. Are you a free safety or strong safety? You an in-the-box guy or you a deep guy? All right, hold on one second, guys. I got to go grab a free safety. Nice. I like it, dude. I'll be right back. I got to grab a water. Oh, sorry, guys. I had to grab myself a little sparkling water. I mean, there's definitely some good running backs still left. Like, the Damian Martinez guy's still available, right? From Miami. Yo, he's a dog. Yeah, Devin Neal, I like. Damian Martinez. A lot of good. Kyle McCord guy, I like. A lot of good running backs still left. All right, Raiders fans, the pick's in. There we go. Let's go, guys. Let's get it. Eagles are up next. Then we got the Patriots. Then we got the Titans. Raiders on the board. Let's check out the Raiders draft so far, Raiders fans. Ashton Genty. Then they traded up. Jack Betch. Darian Porter, corner I like. Charles Grant, I love that pick in the 3rd round. I want the Eagles to get him. Tonka Hemingway and J.J. Peaks, both D tackles. Both guys I really, really like. Dante Thornton Jr., I don't know much about him. Big guy, though. 6'5", 205 out of Tennessee. Don't know a lot about him, though. K2, it all depends, man. Like, where the coach is, and you went on campus and you like their scheme and they fit your skills, absolutely, man. I like Dallas Goedert, man. If he could stay healthy, he's a really, really good. He's a top 5 tight end when he's healthy. Straight up. Straight up. So getting rid of a guy like that, I don't really get it, but. Wow, Eagles come in and get Kyle McCord, quarterback from Syracuse. Great pick. Great pick by the Eagles. Great value there with Kyle McCord. Eagles take a quarterback, 6'3", 218 from Syracuse in the 6th round. Really good pick. Yeah, never ever, 100%, buddy. It's all about your comfortability. If you're comfortable there and you like it there, that's all that matters, man. And you're getting to play football in college, man. What's better than that? Guys, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button. It really does help get this stream out in the YouTube universe. I would really appreciate it as we break down this NFL draft, man. You got another offer from Louisville? Both really good schools, man. Wake Forest is probably a better school, though, education-wise, right? Wake Forest is a really hard school to get into, man. So, Wake Forest is a great school, man. Congratulations, dude. You got to let me get an interview, bro. I would love to hear about your time in Wake Forest. All right, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. The Eagles just took Kyle McCord from Syracuse. Great pick. Great pick. All right, K2, you get it, buddy. Get it, buddy. I wish you nothing but success, man. On the clock. New England Patriots are on the board. Pretty good draft so far from the Patriots, guys. Devin Neal, Will Howard. I wouldn't mind them getting another backup quarterback. You know, Cam Williams is on the board. That would be a great pick. They need offensive line help. Sam McLaughlin would be a really good pick. You know, they could just add depth all over this roster. They need it. Patriots fans, Will Campbell in round one. I like that pick. Trevion Henderson, Kyle Williams, Jared Wilson. They need to go more offensive line here, man. Let's go offensive line. You can never have too many quarterbacks, man. Because a lot of these, like, you could stash some on the practice squad. Yeah, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, man, he might not even make the team. And Dorian Thompson-Robinson, you could put him on the practice squad. No one's going to take him. Andres Borgales, kicker. The Patriots just took a kicker. I was like 5'11", 170. That's small as shit. Yeah, Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Yeah, who cares? Oh, nice. Your brother's on Washington right now as a tight end. You okay too? Does your brother catch passes or is he more a blocking tight end? Go Bears! Bears had a great draft, man. I'm very, very, very happy with what they did. All right, Titans fans, you're on the board. The Patriots just took a kicker. Yeah, John B, 100%, man. What a weird and wild, they got two quarterbacks, man. Two rookie quarterbacks. We'll see how it shakes out, man. Should be a good TV nonetheless. What I would love if they did HBO's Hard Knocks for the Browns. With those two quarterbacks, Shador and Dylan Gabriel, that would be must-see TV, man. Marcus Harris, cornerback from Cal, goes to the Titans in round 6. All right, Saints fans, you're on the board next. We got Saints, Steelers, Ravens, Texans coming up. A lot of value still at running back, guys. A lot of value. I'm just looking at some of the value here across the board. Cameron Williams still, him and Logan Brown are guys I really like. I love the Patriots draft, man. Balls, DP. I'll take a look. I'll go through a pick by pick for you and let you know my thoughts on all of their selections, right? But at first glance, I like what the Patriots are doing. I could get behind that if I was in that room with these guys. There's nothing I really hate. I probably would have traded down in round 1 with Will Campbell, but they view him as a tackle, right? So if even if he's a starting guard, it'll be worth the pick. But I probably would have traded back. Got another second-round pick or a third-round pick. But I love Trevion Henderson. I think he's a really good player. True 3-down back. Really good blocker. He's a great player. You know, he runs a little bit too hard sometimes for his own good. Does have a tendency to get hurt, but I do like him. Kyle Williams really flew up draft boards during this draft process. Guy I really like. Really good hands. Smooth route runner. Jarrett Wilson, the center, I really like. Craig Woodson, the safety from Cal, I don't really know a lot about. I do like Braden Swinson, the edge they got in the 5th round. And then they got a kicker. I don't scout kickers, so I don't know how that pick will play out. All right, Saints get Devin Neal, running back from Kansas. Great pick. Great value there for the Saints, guys. What's up, Joey? Welcome to the chat, pal. Yeah, I think Kelsey's got one more year in him. I'm pouring sparkling water all over my face. I mean, you got to go Abdul Carter, man. I think he's a freak show. Joey, I like the Chiefs draft too, man. I think the Chiefs have done an excellent job this draft. Guys, if you're new to the channel, my name's Jay, host of the Jay All Day NFL show. Listen, I was a former Bleacher Report writer, feature columnist over there. Now I'm on YouTube, making picks and making you guys money here. Yo, my picks last year were so good. The last 9 weeks, 110 wins, only 39 losses. We absolutely crushed the game. That's why you got to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, guys. If everything goes perfect, Joey, I think that's 10-7's a big swing. I think they're going to be more like 7-10, 8-11, you know what I mean? 8-9, something like that. Thank you guys. We're up to 15,081 subscribers. We need 19 more to get to 5,100. I'm not going home until we get to 15,100, guys. I'm not going home. We got to get it. We got to get it. Will Howard's got to be the pick, right? Will Howard or Cam Williams? Come on, let's go. Take a quarterback so Steelers fans can sleep at night. Yeah, 13-4 would be a really good year. Really good year. I don't know if they get to 13-4, but 11-12 wins. They definitely could do that. Pittsburgh Steelers are on the board, guys. Will they finally draft a quarterback? Will they finally draft a quarterback? Remember, they had no second-round pick this year, but they got a steal in round 3. Caleb Johnson, that's a big steal. Or Cam Scatterby going in the 4th round of the Giants. Woo! So far, Pittsburgh went Derek Harmon. That's really sad to hear about his mom passing away the night of the draft. But at least she lived to see her son get drafted. You know, she was on life support. Pretty sad story. Jack Sawyer in the 4th round. That's a freaking steal too, man. And Yaya Black, I don't know a lot about him, to be honest. But I love Jack Sawyer and Caleb Johnson. Good picks. Not a lot of them, but good picks for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers on the board, 185 overall in the 6th round. Guys, if you're new to the channel, ask me any and all questions in the comments below, and I'll give you my thoughts on your team's draft and what I'm thinking about this draft for all the teams in the NFL. You know, we'll go over all the picks. Will Howard, finally. I told you they needed to pick him. 6'4", 236 from Ohio State. Love the pick. Solid value there. Solid value there for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Finally getting a quarterback. All right, let's go over the Patriots draft, right? Joey, the Pats in round 1 with 4 overall. They took Will Howard from LSU. Good pick. I probably would have traded back, but he's a good player. You know, top 5 guy in this draft. Then they got Trevion Henderson. I love that pick in round 2. Trevion Henderson's a great player. He's got good hands out of the backfield. Really good blocker. He's a violent, nasty runner, man, with a lot of physicality for a guy that's not super big at 5'10", 200 pounds, right? I love Trevion Henderson. One of my favorite players in this draft. What do you mean? You got Drake May. You don't need a quarterback. Then you got Kyle Williams and Jared Wilson in rounds 3. I do like Washington State guy Kyle Williams helping out Drake May. They don't need a quarterback. Come on, you got Drake May. He looked pretty damn good last year, man, for playing on a crappy-ass team. Oh, Mr. Rogers. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Vikings got a really good roster, man. If J.J. McCarthy can play ball, yo, the Vikings are going to be really, really good. Where did they go? 14-3 last year with Sam Darnold? So the roster is still really freaking good. The Vikings are a threat, man. Vikings are a threat. Yeah, Stroud's cooking. They definitely need a freaking more offensive lineman. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Like, we got one offensive lineman in Ursery at pick 16 in the 2nd round. I want him to go offensive line with the next pick. You know, Ravens are on the clock next. Yeah, Cam Williams is on the board for the Texans, man. Yeah, the Saints are having an awful draft, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah, Jackson, I mean, yeah, Rams fan, you heard it here first. Jackson Dart will be Daniel Jones 2.0. I just rewatched the tape of Jackson Dart at the Combine, and it was so bad. It was hard to watch, man. Yeah, Spencer Rattler looked like shit last year, Stroud's cooking, so I don't know. Tyler Shook's got a good frame. You know, we'll see if he can play. I mean, Rams fan 101, the tape looks awful. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But we'll see. We'll see if he can prove me wrong. But he looked so bad throwing without pads on. I don't see how that improves. Bro, give me that job. Give me the Saints job. Give me 5 years. We'll be a perennial playoff team. Especially because you get to play in that dome half the time. The thing is, in the draft, you don't really know if you won it until the season plays out a little bit, right? You got to see these guys play out, see how their careers play out. That's going to take a couple of years to figure out. But I'm just giving you guys my initial thoughts based on, like, my tape study. But, you know, when there's a lot of value in the middle rounds, trading back's always a good idea. Yeah, I mean, they're going to, like, they got to carry all the guys. How are they going to not? They traded for Kenny Pickett and then Joe Flacco. I mean, they already signed guaranteed deals. So, I don't know what the hell you do. Because you're not putting Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders on a practice squad. That ain't going to happen. They're going to have to carry 3 quarterbacks. But, like, Watson won't count towards the 53 because he's on IR. Tyler Loop, kicker, goes to the Ravens. Kickers are starting to go here now. I don't think the Falcons win 8. I think they win the 8 games. They'll be lucky, the Falcons. They might, but the thing is, there's like a big cap penalty, Austin. When you cut players, sometimes you have a really big cap hit, and it's like you don't want to do that because it doesn't help you. All right, Texans are on the board. I want to go offensive line again. I would go tackle here. All right, guys, welcome to the chat. We are here live going through pick by pick. Pick by pick. Oh, I got to get my charger. Pick by pick here. We're in the 6th round. Texans are on the board. The pick is in. Guys, if you got any questions about your team or the draft, let me know. Yeah, that was a crazy trade, man. Laremy Tunsil gets traded. Yeah, it was a trade to the Commanders. Yep. I think McCord's still on the board. They go Jalen Reed, safety. Texans go Jalen Reed, safety from Penn State. Oh, Kyle McCord went to the Philadelphia Eagles. Kyle McCord, Syracuse, goes to the fifth pick of the 6th round to the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, the Texans defense looks pretty nasty, Stroud's cooking. Yeah, Austin. Yep. He'll be the 3rd string quarterback behind McKee. Thank you, guys. We just added 2 more subscribers. Up to 15,083. I need 17 more before I could go home and get back to my life. I need 17 more subscribers, guys. Let's go! All right. Titans are on the board here. Texans go Jalen Reed, safety from Penn State. Good pick, 6'2", 211. Yeah, I think the AFC South is anybody's game, man. Did the Saints pick already? We're going to go to the Saints here. They took Devin Neal in the 6th round, running back from Kansas. Really good pick. Really good pick for the Saints in the 6th round. Devin Neal, 5'11", 213. Really good pick. Great value there. Titans go Kalel Mullings, running back from Michigan. Great pick by the Titans. Mullings had a great career at Michigan. I think he's a pretty good player, too. Well, that's why the Texans drafted a lot of wide receivers, man. They got Jaden Higgins, who's my favorite wide receiver in the class, Austin, and they got Jalen Knoll. Unbelievable players from Iowa State. And then they got Woody Marks, the running back, who will be behind Joe Mixon. I'm loving this draft. Loving the draft so far. Guys, welcome to the chat. My name's Jay, host of the Jay All Day NFL Show. If you're new to the channel, former Bleacher Report writer turned YouTuber. We just crossed 15,000 subscribers, so thank you guys so much for that. Yeah, I like Matthew Golden too. I just like how big Jaden Higgins is, man. It's all about value, man, and building rosters, man. You gotta, sometimes the value is the value. Colts are on the clock, guys. But I think the Texans got to address the offensive line sooner rather than later because, yeah, the draft has been a little weird. A little weird. Colts got back-to-back picks, and then the Eagles are up. Yeah. I did a really funny short about the Cowboys pick. Not so good, man. What's up, Nathan? Welcome to the chat, buddy. They better, because that offensive line looks like ass right now. Oh, we got back-to-back picks from the Colts, guys, coming up. Back-to-back picks for the Colts. Tyler Warren, I got to love that pick. TJ Tuimoloau, good pick as well. Jalen Travis, I like that pick from Iowa State. And DJ Gittens from Kansas State, good pick, 6'2", 212. Good value there to be a compliment to Jonathan Taylor. Now I got back-to-back picks coming in the 6th round. Offensive line, linebacker, definitely positions of need. Cam Williams is on the board. Logan Brown, Joe Huber. Chase Lunt, I really like too. Kobe King's on the board. They want a linebacker. Jack Nelson, a guy I really like too. All right, Riley Leonard, quarterback. Throwing another wrench into it. Riley Leonard goes to the Colts. Riley Leonard from Notre Dame goes to the Colts. Thrown in the mix with Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson. That should be a lot of fun to watch that quarterback room play out this offseason. Thank you, guys. We just added 2 more subscribers up to 15,085. 15 more to go. That actually makes a lot of sense, Austin, because Daniel Jones is on a short-term deal and Anthony Richardson hasn't been great. Who's we, Nathan? Who's we? All right, Colts are on the clock again with back-to-back picks here in the 6th round. They go Riley Leonard, quarterback from Notre Dame. Yeah, Eagles could go one of these tackles. Cameron Williams and Logan Brown's on the board. Peebles is on the board. Kobe King's on the board. Jack Nelson. Just going through all these names. Holland Pierce I like as well. We'll see where the Eagles go. Pick is in from the Colts. Yeah, the Titans in general are pretty ass. Yeah, but Richardson can't throw for shit. No, why would we need a new quarterback? Jalen Hurts just won this freaking Super Bowl, man. And he outplayed Patrick Mahomes by a landslide. Dude, Jalen Hurts is a dog. I do like bringing in Kyle McCord, though, in the 6th round. I think that was a good value pick by the Eagles. Yeah, McCord, that's a great pick. Colts select Tim Smith, Alabama. Good pick. Eagles on the board now. Edge, guard, wide receiver, tight end. Pick is already in. Yeah, I don't think he's on a team right now. They're not drafting him to take over for him. You need quarterback depth in this league, man. Like, you see, how valuable having good backup quarterbacks is, man. And Jalen Hurts plays a very physical style of football. So that's just good team building. Another weird-ass pick by the Eagles. Miles Hinton from Michigan. I don't understand so many guys I like more than the Eagles. This Eagles draft, I don't know, man. I'm not loving this Eagles draft. Not loving it. Not loving it. We'll see. Maybe they know stuff that I don't know, but yeah, I mean, a lot of the Eagles who they drafted, I never even scouted any of these guys. The Eagles drafted 2 wide receivers last year in the draft, and Wilson and Anais Smith, so I don't know if they're going to burn more picks on wide receivers now. This has been a very weird draft so far, man. It's been a very weird draft. Sorry if you hear those weird noises. I'm babysitting my neighbor's dog, and she's like 18 years old, and she's like half dead. Yeah, I don't know what the heck the Eagles are doing, man. This has been a very weird draft. A lot of guys I really like. I don't think they drafted any of their top 30 players. Weird pick for the Eagles, man. Weird picks for the Eagles. Yeah, Hinton is not very good. Played really good last couple games of the year. Really good game against Ohio State. Maybe they just put that Ohio State film on and really fell in love with it. Guys, we're up to 15,085 subscribers. 15 more to go to get to my goal today of 15,100. All right, guys, we're watching the draft live here in the 6th round. Eagles just went Miles Hinton from Michigan. Cable Dew from... goes to Seattle. Bryce Cable Dew. Another guy I've never heard of before. And then the Seattle's got 3 7th-round picks, man. Crazy. Eagles aren't up for a while, but they got a couple picks. 2 more picks for the Eagles in the 6th round. Brooks from Texas Tech, the running back, goes to the Bengals. Taj Brooks, Texas Tech. It's been a very weird draft so far, guys. A lot of weird selections, you know. Oh, they don't pick for a little while, Nathan, so I don't know. They probably need an edge guy. Yeah, we'll see. You know, he had a really good game against Ohio State. You know, looked pretty mediocre the rest of his time there, though. So I think they value the bigger program guys, but we'll see. You never know. You know, I trust Statlin's eye, right? So I want to go, once I get done doing this live stream, I'm going to go watch tape on all the Eagles draft picks and formulate my opinions. Yeah, Josh Went signed a 3-year deal with Arizona. He is gone. Jaguars on the clock now, guys. Then we got Jaguars, Bears, Lions, Broncos. Closes in on 200 picks, guys. Appreciate you guys all coming and hanging out. Jalen McLeod, linebacker Auburn, goes to the Jaguars. Bears on the board. Only need 15 more subscribers, guys, to get up to 15,100. Yeah, Shador went to the Cleveland Browns in the 5th round. Bears are on the clock. Yeah, it's fine. Has it got mold on it? No, it's fine. Sourdough like lasts forever. You can put it in the toaster. Yeah, I don't know. They're gonna have to have a quarterback competition, Austin, and see who plays. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they got Dylan Gabriel and Shador Sanders. Guys, very similar quarterbacks, actually. Both very accurate, you know, smaller guys, you know. So, it'll be really interesting to see how that all shakes out. All right, Bears are up. Then we got the Lions. Then we got the Broncos. The Broncos have had a really disappointing draft so far, in my opinion. Bears, I love the draft. Colston Loveland, Luther Burden, Ozzie Trapillo. Wow. Luke Newman, Michigan State offensive tackle. They also got Shamar Turner, another pick I really, really like from Texas A&M. Bears did really, really well. There's 3 second-round picks. Great. When are you going to go live next? Oh, I'm not sure. Maybe tomorrow night. I usually do Sunday night live streams. I'm probably just going to do Sunday night until the season starts. Yeah, I don't know. You think they're going to start Joe Flacco? Oh, man. It all depends how camp goes. You know, one of these guys could really... Kenny Pickett can't catch a break, though, huh? Gets traded from the Eagles to Cleveland, and they draft not 1, but 2 guys and sign Joe Flacco. All right. Lions fans, you're on the board. There's a chance he's got to beat out Shedeur Sanders, though. Oh, no, you're talking about Riley Leonard. I thought you were talking about somebody else. What, for the Colts, right? I doubt it. I doubt it. Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson, it'll be their jobs to lose. I know Flacco's so old. I can't believe he's still playing. Go Birds! Let's go! Yeah, I think he could be QB2 because they're not paying Daniel Jones a lot of money, right? So, but they're probably just going to have Riley Leonard sit behind those 2 guys and just be a clipboard quarterback for the year 1. That's what I would guess. Yeah, that's chump change for quarterbacks, though. All right, Lions fans, you're on the board here. Pick is in. Lions fans, you are on the clock. Yeah, I mean, Joe Flacco is great for a young quarterback, right? All right, thanks, Joey. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Appreciate you, pal. Have a great weekend, man. Lions fans, your pick is in. Round 6, selection number 20. Appreciate you guys all coming and hanging out. We're breaking down the NFL draft, going over all the picks I like, the picks I don't like, and just breaking down what's going on with all these different teams, how their draft is shaking out. I love it. We're up to 15,086, guys. 14 more subscribers to go until we get to 15,100. Let's go! All right, the Lions are taking their sweet-ass time making this pick. Then we got the Texans, Packers, Chargers, Jaguars coming up, guys. Here we are in the 3rd and final day. Ahmad Hossein, the edge defender. Good pick. I like this pick for the Eagles. I mean the Lions, my bad. I like him. Coachable guy, high motor guy. I like it. Yeah, I mean, definitely. Jones could definitely be traded for sure. No way, Madden Baller Prince. No way. Hassayin's a very athletic guy. Hasn't played football a lot. But he's athletic. He's got good size, long arms. He's the 196th pick overall. You know, PFF actually has pretty good grades on him. Austin, so when you break down the math of it, players that are 6th and 7th round picks that actually make the roster their first year is like less than 20%. So I'm just giving it some context. Like, Ahmad had an 81 PFF grade this past year, man. He was very, very impressive. From Boise State. 10 sacks, 35 hurries, 17 hits. Very, very productive guy. Ahmad Hossein goes to the Lions. I love that pick. If they trade A.J. Brown for anything other than a first or second round pick, then it would be stupid. But, like, there's no reason to trade him. They don't have, like, a young player that's X wide receiver worthy, ready on the outside. So that would be super dumb. I know, but you're talking about, like, 1 in a million players, man. Like, that's not how you do, you like, run business. By anomalies. You know? I'm not, that you can't, like, run a business like that. And hoping and praying you hit a 6th or 7th round pick. Yeah, Dylan, I like Dallas Goedert. I hope he sticks around. All right, Texans are on the board, guys. Yeah, sometimes, you know, you hit a home run in the late rounds. That's why you got to do your due diligence, right? And value. Getting a quarterback in the 7th or 6th round that you like is great value. So that's smart. And like the players you're talking about, both quarterbacks and both late round picks, right? So when you get a quarterback that you like a lot in the 6th and 7th round, it's really great for your franchise because you could use those earlier picks to build out, you know, the trenches. So I love like what the Eagles did and Kyle McCord in the 6th round. That the risk to reward is great there. Dylan, yes. Maybe not in week 1, but we'll see. You know, if they drafted Makuba in the 2nd round, Fangio's got to like him. So, he could. Houston Texans, you are on the clock here. We are at 197 overall. Getting down there, guys. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Appreciate you guys all coming in, chopping it up, talking some ball. I appreciate all your guys' comments. Thank you so much. We just added one more subscriber, guys. 13 more to go. Well, I think Stroud had more of a slump because his offensive line sucked. Right, Austin? Like, it was nothing really to do with C.J. Stroud. That offensive line was the most penalized unit in the league. It was like 2nd and 15, 1st and 15, like every drive. Like I watched the Texans a lot this year because I bet on them a lot. And that offensive line was really, 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 really awful. So I think it was more to do with the offensive line and less to do with... And yeah, and his receivers got hurt. It was just a bad storm. Yeah, I mean, I like Travis Hunter. I don't like what the Jaguars gave up to get him, but... And Nathan, he got drafted by the Browns in the 5th round. Christina, take my robe. And you like put my robe around her. I mean, yeah, I mean, they didn't really invest a lot in those guys. So, it's when you draft the quarterbacks later, you're not as, you know, stranglehold it to them, you know? Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be an open competition in Cleveland. Kenny Pickett, Flacco, and the two young guys, Gabriel and Sanders, right? I think they can go either way. It's going to be a dogfight. All right, Texans fans, you're on the clock. Another pick that is taking forever. We are 197 overall. The Texans are taking 11 years to announce this pick. I'm not sure, Austin. I'm really not sure. I'm sure reports will come out, but I'm really not sure. Yeah, I don't really know. Yeah, I'm an Eagles guy number one. Probably Bills number two. And the teams I'm really excited about this year are the Broncos. I want to see what the Texans can do. The Raiders. The Chargers look pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, sometimes just players just fall, and there's no real rhyme or reason to it. Did the Texans pick yet? Oh my gosh, what's going on in Houston? Texans are taking 77 years to make a pick. Yeah, of course they can. There's a few games last year when Anthony Richardson's on. The Colts look really, really good. We'll have to see. Yeah, the Ravens had a really good draft again. They're never on time. I don't even know if the other game's going to play, though. You'll have to see. Have you heard from them at all? All right, guys. Welcome back to the chat. The Texans finally made their pick after 11 hours. They went quarterback. Graham Mertz from Florida. Yeah, I mean, I thought the Eagles, I mean, if you broke down the roster, like, the Eagles are just a way better team than the Chiefs. I made a video that did really well, got tens of thousands of views, where I predicted that the Eagles would blow out the Chiefs. And people said I was crazy, I was an idiot, I have no idea what I'm talking about. And the Eagles blew them out. The Eagles roster is just so much better at key positions over the Chiefs. All right, we're at 198 overall, guys. Packers are on the board. Packers in Green Bay. Looks like the crowds were huge there, man. They did a great job. Great job. Packers pick is in. Hopefully it gets announced sooner rather than later. Well, Patrick was running for his life, man, because the Eagles' D-line is so good. Packers select defensive tackle Warren Brinson from Georgia. 6'5", 315. 268th overall ranking prospect for the Packers. All right, we're at 199 overall, guys. Chargers on the board. Rate the Raiders picks A through F. You got it, Jamie M. I'm going to go over. I'm going to check out all these Raiders picks and give you grades on all the Raiders picks. Ashton Genty, I love the pick. I'm going to give it an A- grade because there's really good value to be had later in the draft. If they really wanted a running back number one, you could have traded back and gotten a Marion Hampton. It's a very similar player and added picks. But I love Genty. How could you not? Jack Betch, I'm going to go B-. I think Jack Betch is more of an in-betweener player between a tight end and like a wide receiver. I don't know. He's good. I don't know. He could be a very similar player to like an Adam Thielen at the high end, in my opinion. But I like him. I don't necessarily love him. I think Jack Betch and Brock Bowers kind of do similar things. So Darian Porter, cornerback, I do like that pick for the round. I'm going to give it a B grade. Caleb Rogers, offensive tackle from Texas Tech. I like that pick there. I'm going to go B- grade. Charles Grant, I love that pick. B+ grade. I like Charles Grant way better than I like Caleb Rogers. So, yeah, B+ to A- for Charles Grant in the third round. Excellent, excellent pick there. Dante Thornton Jr., the wide receiver in the fourth round. It's harder to grade these guys, but big guy, 6'5", 205. You know, I think he's a high-risk, high-reward guy. I'm going to give that a C+. Tonka Hemingway, I do like that pick. Smaller guy, 6'3", 284 for the D-line, you know. I'm going to give it a C grade. And Pigs from Ole Miss, I like that a little bit more. I'm going to go B for J.J. Pigs from Ole Miss. I do like his game. All right. Austin, you want me to do the Colts? All right. I want to check out this draft board real quick, guys. See what's going on here in draft land. And then I'll do that next. Austin, I'll do the Colts for you next, buddy. All right, offensive tackle Taylor from Pitt goes to the Chargers in round 6. We got the Jaguars and then 2 Vikings picks coming up. Yeah, I do like Matthew Golden, man. Really good player, excellent separator. I'm excited to see what he can do. Ryan Lane, safety, Navy. Great pick by the Jaguars. I really like this player. I like that player. I think Sam Howell sucks, so. He was awful at Washington. Just poor decision making. I'm not a fan of Sam Howell. All right. I'm going to break down this Colt strat. Tyler Warren, that's an A grade. I love that pick. JT Tuimoloau, he's a really good player in the second round from Ohio State. Big edge. I'm going to go B+ there. Justin Wally, the third round. I didn't like that pick at all. 5'10", 190, undersized guy, bad grades. C-, D+ in the third round. I think there's way better players there. Especially if they wanted a running back. You know, so they picked Wally in the third round at pick 16. If we look at the third round, they picked him. What did I say? Third round. Kobe King goes to the Minnesota Vikings, guys. Third round, pick 16, right? Justin Wally. If they wanted a running back, Caleb Johnson was still on the board there. Like Jacob Parrish, Noah Williams. I like all of those guys better than Justin Wally. I hated that pick. Way better guys on the board. So I didn't like that pick there in the third round. I think that was a really bad pick by the Colts. I do like Jalen Travis in the fourth round. That's a pretty solid pick. He's got good size, 6'8", 339, big guy. And Giddens in the fifth round. He looks pretty good, 4.43. He's a decent player. I would have just rather had Caleb Johnson. Riley Leonard in the sixth round. Do they really need another quarterback? Probably not. Tim Smith in the sixth round from Alabama. I like that pick. I think he's pretty good. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people even had Wally in the top 4 rounds. All right, they go pick 200 as Lane, King, and then Bartholomew, the tight end from Pitt. We got Ravens, Cowboys, Commanders, Bills, Eagles. A bunch of picks I'm really interested in. All right, Cowboys, you're on the board here. We're in the 200s now, guys. You got it, Austin. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you tuning in and hanging out and contributing to the comments, man. I love when you guys ask me questions on the comments. It makes the live stream a lot more fun for everybody, right? So I really appreciate the participation. I appreciate you guys as we're closing in on 15,100 subscribers, man. 15,087. 13 more to go, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. Let's go. If I'm the Cowboys, I probably would have went earlier at the running back spot. I like Jaden Blue. He went to what? Texas, right? Isaiah Bond's still on the board. That's crazy. He could go there. Johnny Cornelius, offensive tackle from Oregon, goes to the Cowboys. Good pick by the Cowboys. They need some depth at tackle for sure. Johnny Cornelius goes to the Cowboys. All right, we got the Commanders, the Bills, the Eagles, the Panthers, and the Eagles. I'm going to stay through the Eagles picks, and then I'm going to head on out. They already picked the running back, right? Dallas already went running back. They got Jaden Blue in the 5th round from Texas. I mean, I like the Chargers haul, man. Omarion Hampton and Trey Harris. I like Luther Burden, but I like Trey Harris. That's a good consolation prize. Yeah, the Eagles draft, Adrian, so far have been 50-50 on it. All right, Washington is on the board here, guys. Picks in. Then we got Bills, then Eagles. Appreciate you guys all tuning in, smashing that like button, and subscribing to the channel. We're closing in on 15,100 subscribers. We're at, oops, sorry guys, my phone's stuck underneath the camera. Oh no. I love the Loveland pick, man. I love it. I love Colston Loveland, man. I'm super high on him in this draft process. All right, Commanders, let's go. Let's go. Now, I kind of like Loveland more than Warren, honestly. He's super talented, man. I love Colston Loveland. Appreciate all you guys coming and hanging out today. I know it's raining in a lot of places and like on this crazy Saturday. On the draft day. Come on, get this pick in. Let's go. All right, guys, I got to wrap this up. My daughter's volleyball game starts in a couple minutes. They're up in 2 picks. Commanders are up now, and then Buffalo. I want to wait for the Eagles picks, but it's taken forever for Washington to pick. Yeah, the Eagles will be picking any minute, Nathan. Any minute. I don't know what's taking the Commanders so long. They're taking forever. Commanders are taking forever. Kane Medrano, linebacker, UCLA, goes to Washington. Bills, then Eagles. Commanders went Medrano, the linebacker from UCLA. That's a really good pick. Bills are on the clock now. Bills are on the clock. Hopefully the pick goes in fast. And I could do these Eagles picks, and then I got to run. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good players still left on the board for the Eagles. Cam Williams is still on the board. Logan Brown. R.J. Mickens from Clemson. Damian Martinez I like. Zy Alexander Peebles I like. Jack Nelson I like. Jake Majors I like. Of course the Bills are going to take their sweet time. All right, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I had to go grab my glasses and my keys. Eagles are on the clock now. I'm going to do these last 2 Eagles picks, and then I'm going to bounce. Oh, they got Lunt. I like that. I like Chase Lunt from UConn. Good player. Eagles are up. Picks in. Panthers and then Eagles again. Picks in for the Eagles. Let's get it announced. Eagles got 2 more picks left, guys. 2 more picks. Yeah, RJ Mickens is interesting here. Cam Williams, I like. Isaiah Bond, interesting too. CJ Dupree from Alabama. A little bit, not too much in the NBA though. Come on, just announce the pick. Peebles, a lot of good players. Jack Nelson, I like. All right, NFL fans, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I think I'm going to fall just short of my subscriber count. I want to get to 15,100. We're at 15,087. Later, man. Appreciate you hanging out. Come on, Eagles. Can we announce this pick already? Cameron Williams. I love it. I love it. They got Cam Williams. I like it. All right, I love it, guys. I'm heading out. Later. Don't forget to subscribe.